Parkinson's had gotten so bad that I couldn't lift my hands up over my head without getting real dizzy. And so I couldn't wash my hair anymore. I couldn't wash and blow dry it anymore. One of the very first things I found after I got my device was that I could wash my own hair again, and I could blow dry it, and I could even roll it up if I want to. So that was just a huge improvement. So I canceled all my beauty shop appointments.
Hey, Cynthia, thanks for coming to spend time with me today.
Oh, it's my joy.
Aw. Well, you are such a doll, and I'm so looking forward to our conversation. So can we start off by you telling the listeners a little bit about how you were feeling prior to QHS?
Prior to QHS, I was having a lot of medical issues. I have Parkinson's, and my hands were shaking so badly. And I have arthritis all over, including in my jaw right here. And I broke 5 bones in my right foot a couple of years ago. And so I thought maybe it was broken again, but it was just arthritis had set in on those bones. And let's see. So I got one of those little scooters, which I could ride around here. I live in a 55 plus facility, which is good because they cook and they clean up, and I have housekeeping. And so there's really nothing that I need that I don't have.
Oh, good.
Let's see. I have a really bad, I have a damaged 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, from a major surgery a couple of years ago in my stomach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 1/3 of my stomach was in my chest, and it was wrapped around my esophagus on one side, and on the other side it was wrapped around the blood vessels coming out of the heart.
How in the world could that happen?
I know, people say, what? That's pretty weird. Yeah. And they say, how long were you living with that? And I said, I don't know, probably most of my life, because I have had stomach trouble my life. But anyway, it took this master surgeon and 2 robots and 5 hours to fix it all and to make me a new diaphragm. But he said that they didn't have to cut that nerve, which I was so thankful for, but they did have to sew all around it, and that it got damaged. Let's see, I have was born with a condition called genetic partial lipodystrophy, and only 800 people in the world have it, so I'm 1 in a million. Oh, great luck, huh? And so that causes me a lot of issues, especially I have diabetes, but I'm what's called a brittle diabetic. It goes way up, real low, up, low, like 20 minutes between peaks. And so it's very hard to control it.
Wow.
And I think those are just a few of, on my arthritis medicine, which I've stopped taking now, that's part of the next part, damaged this eye. And so it was very fuzzy to look out of, and if I look sideways, everything's double. So I have two husbands here.
Oh, if one wasn't enough.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of how I was, and I'm, really been working on my projects for LWS, and I'm all so ready to go, and thinking, am I strong enough to do this? Can I really, really do this? And but I'm really seeing some improvements with my QHS thing that I wear on my back here, because I have a big hump on my back, and that is not osteoporosis. That's from the genetic mutation that I have, and it just came up since 2010. So who knew?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
you'll be able to go. We'll get to that part in a minute, but
Yeah.
you can get all of it fixed up just fine.
Yep.
So
I'm really looking forward to that.
So when did you get your first QHS device?
It was about, George, was about 5 weeks ago, I think. I got my device about 5 weeks ago. Yeah, about 5 weeks ago. Mhm.
Okay. And what have you noticed with it? How has it helped you?
Oh, a lot. I wrote them down here.
Perfect.
Okay, the Parkinson's had gotten so bad that I couldn't lift my hands up over my head without getting real dizzy. And so I couldn't wash my hair anymore. I couldn't wash and blow dry it anymore.
Aw.
And if I would try, I would have to lay down on the bathroom floor for quite a while afterwards, and then I couldn't get it dry. And so I was having to go downstairs to the beauty shop here 3 times a week to have it washed. And after one of the very first things I found after I got my device was that I could wash my own hair again, and I could blow dry it, and I could even roll it up if I want to. So that was just a huge improvement. So I canceled all my beauty shop appointments. And then in 2003, well, I have to take Klonopin because I act out my dreams. And I've got 3 holes in my head from falling when I got up. And I mean, they're healed now, but you can feel the skull is indented.
Oh,
And
wow.
one night I was dreaming that my youngest daughter, who is now 45, fell in the swimming pool, and she couldn't swim. She was like 2. So I jumped up in bed and I dove into what I thought was the swimming pool, only it was the bathroom wall. And I separated my shoulder, and
Oh.
it stuck up real, it was really stuck up. In fact, I used to tell my granddaughters when they were little, I have 6 granddaughters. When I was gonna, what do you call it? I was gonna tattoo it to make it like Pikes Peak. And I was gonna put snow on it and little trees around it. And they were like, no, Grammy, no. And it's gone flat.
Really?
It has flattened, yeah, really.
Wow.
If you rub your hand over it, you could still feel a little knob, but if you look at it, it's no longer
Pikes
stands
Peak.
up. No, I
Wow.
don't have Pikes Peak anymore on my shoulder. Yep.
Wow.
Okay. And I told you about my left eye. It has cleared up. I still see double when I look sideways out, but I can see out of it now. It doesn't look like, and I had cataracts removed, so it was almost like having another cataract on it. But it has cleared up, and I had a whole lot of age spots on my hands, And now I only have 2 there and 1 there. So
Wow.
yeah, that's really good. And oh,
It's
my
also fast.
and my rib has been really hurting right here on my right side. It almost feels like you have a broken rib. But last night I put the device right there, and this morning when I got up, it's not hurting anymore. I mean, it's been really painful for me, almost like when you got your rib broken.
Wow.
So that one. Oh, and then the other thing is that on the key, the QI,
Mhm.
I've been very aware now of when my body is like this.
Mm.
And I have to check it like every minute and a half, but then it relaxes. And then, it goes back like this, and I have to relax it. But I don't know how many years I lived with it, just, like that.
Mhm. But now you have the awareness, so that's
I have the
good.
awareness, yes.
Mhm.
And then yesterday I had a emotional breakdown. And
Aw.
some people say, no, that's just part of the healing process. And I think what it brought up for me was the feeling of being unworthy for all of this to happen to me. I had a really hard childhood growing up, and then a really hard first marriage, 20 years, and then another 20 years, so 40 years of feeling unworthy, and then also feeling like, how in the world am I going to accomplish this? I am not this was all yesterday. I am not strong enough. I'm not able enough. And I read Oswald Chambers, My Utmost for His Highest, every day. And yesterday was just perfect for that feeling. And also just letting it all be. First of all, I know that I am worthy. I know that. So that deceitfulness that my brain was telling me was not true.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I'm smart, but I have trouble now with remembering some things, and I have word binding problems. So I'm better off behind my computer, doing all the stuff that needs to be done on there, and typing and doing that, and then letting other people. That's George.
Hi, George.
He says hi. So I'm better off doing that. And I sent in a message to Dom on Ron's site about, if we're creators, if we can create our own environment, why am I not able to create the redemption? And he answered that today really good about focus, focus on what you want, and so that was really good. I mean, I can't create that myself, but I can create everything around it.
And remember this, Cynthia, before I forget, You said
Yep.
something a little bit ago about you didn't feel like you were able to or ready or whatever. I can't remember the words you used, but remember
Yep.
this verse. God doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called.
Right. Yes.
So you're being equipped right now already, my friend.
Yep. I know that. And I know that since I was little, I've known that I was different or odd or my life's work was always to share whatever I had. When I was really little, if I had $2, I would send one of it to the Redbud Indian School in Arizona. And
Aw.
so it's just who I am, and I can't not be that. I can't not be who I am.
Well, why would you
So
want to be anything else?
I know God's made me this way, and even with all the problems that I have, health problems that I have, I'm still, my boss where I worked for so long said, I was always on the injured list, but I played every game.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was pretty much what's been happening, which is really good. I feel like I was detoxing a lot of stuff yesterday.
Mhm.
And I don't think I've cried like that in years, just sobbing. And so I woke up this morning brand new again.
Yay, you got it all out. That's really
Mhm.
good. And I think that oftentimes we don't feel our emotions, so we stuff them down. And then
Right,
we just need that release every once in a while to get them out because they don't do any good if we don't acknowledge them,
right, right. Mhm.
So now you get to take all of this, accumulated decades of wisdom and
Yes.
play in all those games, even though you're on the injured list, and apply it to a fresh new body,
Yeah.
30-year-old body, for your do-over.
I've told my kids that like that, and they're like, Mom, Mom. I don't think they believe me. I think they think I'm part crazy, but
Me too.
yeah,
But
that's
pretty soon after like our small group goes, right? Then what's
yes,
going to happen is it's going to become the new normal. And all of a sudden, everybody's going to want a piece of it.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. So what are you most excited about, Cynthia?
I'm most excited about having all of you new friends because see, I don't get out too much. I don't really go anywhere. Like he was just going to Walmart. I never go to Walmart. I don't get out because my stomach attacks. I could start throwing up or have bad diarrhea just
Aw.
within 4 or 5 seconds. So, I really don't get out, although I have a lot of friends here in the building, but I don't always go down for dinner or breakfast because maybe I'm not feeling real well, and so he brings it back up here. Or like I've gone down now, like 4 nights in a row, and they're all like, 4 nights in a row.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. So I've enjoyed having learning so much stuff, and I wish I could learn more from Dr. A. I have the new the new sign up people. I think it was it Max or somebody, one of them sent out a PDF, and it has the Zooms with Dr. A on them.
Okay. The
So,
recordings.
yes, I don't really get very often to I would really like to do the Twine Wave ones. But if I go down to dinner, from the time they serve it, I can't get back up here by 6.
Okay. Well, then that's okay. They have them at different times. What time zone are you?
Eastern. So the one night, it's funny because the last time I had it at 9, I was so tired that night. I got in bed in my pajamas and I had my phone right like this, and I fell sound asleep by 8:30. So I was there, but like just checked out.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So I do try. And if he goes down and gets our dinner, then I can make the 6 o'clock one.
Okay.
But that's why I have to, one of them, I think one of them is it the Twine Wave Zoom calls that don't have a
Recording. Yeah. A replay.
recording, because people are on, the faces are on that.
Yeah. It's for privacy protection.
Right.
So, I mean, here's the thing, you can make it when you can and you won't make it when you can't, but it's all good, it's all good.
I try to read everything.
So what are you excited about moving forward though? I haven't heard you tell us what are you looking forward to doing after your do-over?
Oh my, after my do-over, I'll have to go out so people can tell me how pretty I am.
Aw, you're pretty already.
I'm just kidding. Gosh, just being healthy and strong and having my brain work well again, and being able to learn a lot of new things. I read a lot every day, so I do learn new things, but I can't remember them the next day. I'll know that it's somewhere in my brain, but if I had to try to explain it to somebody, there's no way I could explain it.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to doing that. To just being able to try some new things. And when my 8-year-old granddaughter comes over, most of my granddaughters are older, but she's the youngest. I get real tired. She comes sometimes for the whole day, and we do all kinds of things, and she likes to go swimming and play the bingo. And here's a funny story. When my youngest daughter was, I think she was 12, and I had gone through the divorce with her dad. And so we lived in a townhouse community. Now, not everybody there was older like they are here, but she used to love to go to play bingo. And I thought, oh, isn't that sweet? She loves to go play with the old people. I was like,
yeah, it is sweet.
No, you know what? She wanted to go because she won all the prizes because the old people couldn't hear.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I didn't find that out until years later. I thought, oh, that was so sweet. She was going to go visit with all the old people.
She was just raking them in.
Yes, she did. She won a lot.
That's funny.
So I guess that's, I would love, but I really, really want to go to St. Petersburg and Moscow. Those are the 2 places I want to see. I've been to Europe and all around the Mediterranean and over into Turkey. and I'd love to go like to Budapest and all of those countries, but I really, really want to go to St. Petersburg in Russia, but I need for the world to settle down.
Right,
You
of
know,
course.
I can't go now, and I couldn't make it now. I couldn't do it now. So that's probably my greatest wish.
Oh, how fun. That sounds like a blast.
Mhm,
And you'll
yep,
be able to do all of that, Cynthia.
I'm hoping so. I think so. Yeah.
Well, you're going to create it. I know you are.
Yeah, I am.
Sounds like you're doing a great job, Cynthia. You're so cute, I swear. So fun.
Well, you are too. I really do cherish you from the other telegram and now from these telegrams.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm usually so busy doing interviews. I don't have much time to jump on Telegram, but I need to make some more time over there. Because I'm happy to answer questions of people as long as it's not the same old, like, where's my device? When am I getting my device? I have no visibility on any of that.
Right.
So I'm just here for the health stuff,
Yeah.
So
Me too. I'm here for the health stuff.
yeah.
So anyway, see, I have bad, you can see my, I have arthritis, in my things. So I'm really looking forward to those being not ugly anymore. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to.
Well, darling, you're going to have more and more and more amazing results with your handheld device while you're waiting to go into the QARC, because you've only been on it for 5 weeks. I've interviewed people that have had, almost a year even. So you're already ahead of the curve.
Well, that's good.
Keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Yeah, it is. I can tell. I have a bad breakout right here, but somebody said that's just part of the junk coming out.
Yeah, better out than in.
For sure.
Well, Cynthia, I am so happy I got to spend this time with you. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful story.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Okay. Love you back, and we'll have you back on part 2 after the QARC.
Okay.
Okay.